Okay, we're looking at lesson 10-2, simplifying radicals. And it says a radical expression such as 2 square root of 3 or square root of x plus 3 is an expression that contains a radical. A radical expression is simplified if the following statement is true. The radicand has no perfect square factors other than 1. Radicand is talking about this part here under the square root of 3. The radicand contains no fractions. No radicals appear in the denominator of the fraction. So here's simplified. We have 3 square root of 5, 9 square root of x, and square root of 2 over 4. Not simplified. We have 3 square root 12. I can simplify this 12. Square root of x over 2. I have a radical in the denominator. And 5 square root of 7. There's a radical in the denominator. I can't have it like that. All right, so for algebra, a is greater than or equal to 0 and b is greater than or equal to 0, then the square root of a equals the square root of a times the square root of b. So an example of that would be square root of 48. 16 times 3 equals 48, so I can break it down to the square root of 16 times the square root of 3. And I know the square root of 16, that's the perfect square, is 4, and I still have that root 3. So let's take a look at problem 3. So I have it says the simplified form of the square root of 160. So I've written it here on my whiteboard. I have the square root of 160, and I'm just looking for those factors of 160. And so I can break it down to 16 times 10. Well, I automatically know I can take the square root of 16. Let's break that 10 down too, just to make sure. So we get 2 and 5. Well, there's no square roots there, so I'm just going to take the square root of this 16, so we can break it down to the square root of 16 equals, and I can go ahead and multiply. Sorry, I didn't mean to put the equal sign. I can go ahead and put that 10 back there. So the square root of 16 is 4, and I have root 10. All right, let's look at the guided now. It says, what is the simplified form of 72? So I'm going to break this down, just like I did the other one. And I know that the square root of 72 is 9 times 8. I can take the square root of 9, so I'm going to leave that like that. And then I know square root of, so I have the square root of 9 times the square root of 4 times 2. Well, I can take the square root of 4 as well. So I have the square root of 9 times the square root of 4 times the square root of 2. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 4 is 2. And I'm left with the square root of 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. Square root of 2. I hope this helps.